Hello, my viewers and the people that are watching me. Today, I want to welcome you so much to my channel, in which today I'll be speaking about a very interesting topic. It's exciting, but also very, very sensitive because it has to do with health. In fact, I want to talk about masculinities and health-seeking behavior. This has to do with the men and seeking for health care. And so it's very sensitive because we know health issues are very, very sensitive. And more so when we are talking about manhood, masculinities with health seeking behavior. But let me first of all start by looking at health. You know, it's good to define it and we know what it stands for. Let me talk about the World Health Organization because the definition that World Health Organization gives us is a very important definition. WHO talks about health and says that to be healthy is to have that complete physical, mental, and also social well-being. It doesn't just mean the absence of diseases. So therefore, this definition itself is so wide, it's so comprehensive. It is telling us that then health is not just an issue of biology, it's not an issue of just science, but mentally you have to be very healthy, the well-being of your mind, the well-being of your relationship, that's what you call the social relationships. But these relationships, I want to say that I've also looked at relationships from a different angle, that you and yourself as a relationship, you and others have a relationship, but also you and God have a relationship. Even that one, the spiritual aspect of a relationship, whereby it is you and your God, you must have the well-being of that one as well. Not only that, but we should also have a good relationship with our environment. So many times when we destroy our environment, then we shall not be healthy. So it's very important, my viewer, to have a healthy relationship with your environment. So it means the definition by WHO is very wide, it's very, very important. And so today also we are talking about masculinity and health-seeking behavior. Now, I want to say that when we look at masculinities, when we look at men and the way they seek health, we need to also ask ourselves, what is this behavior that we are talking about? Health-seeking behavior. Now, this one is a deliberate move. It is actually something that you have to decide. You have to choose because you realize that your health is very, very key. And therefore, you can either choose to seek for health care, that's a decision, but also you can seek health care. That's also another decision that you can make. And I want to advise you that it is good to always seek for health care. But you realize some men do not seek for this for reasons that we are going to look at thereafter. Now, when we talk about deliberate decision that you make to go and seek for health care, then it means, as I said earlier on, that health is not just an issue of science. It's not just an issue that is medical, but it also depends with other factors, like what we call demographic factors, and issues to do with these demographic factors are issues to do with, say, age, gender, religion of a person, and therefore all these affect health-seeking behavior. Say, for example, also the marital status of a person. These are issues that really affect the health-seeking behavior. Now, as we come to masculinities and health-seeking behavior, I want to say there are many things that we can talk about, many themes that arise, many ideas that come as a result of the topic that we're talking about. One, when we talk about men and the health-seeking behavior, I've realized when I've gone round talking to men that there is what we call limitation of knowledge about the diseases that are actually, related to men only. The diseases that are unique to men. Because when we have gone around, men only talk about diabetes. Yet that, disease, diabetes, or that condition is not actually unique to men alone. Even women have diabetes. But men think that they're only ones who have diabetes. They will talk about prostate cancer. Of course, that one is a disease that is only unique to men. But also, they talk about hypertension, high blood pressure. That one is not a disease unique to men alone. But I want to say there are other diseases that are related to masculinities that are actually unique to men, but they don't talk about them. Say, for example, the breast cancer for men. Actually, it is a disease that affects men. There are also other diseases that are also related to masculinities, or actually to manhood. So therefore, I've realized there is that little, or rather, very, very limited knowledge about that. Another theme that arises when you're talking about men and masculinities is the issue of technology. What I've realized, technology is good, and it can be used, for advancement in healthcare. But I want to tell you that many men today, they're actually using technology to self-diagnose themselves. Even they prescribe drugs by themselves. They don't go to professionals to seek health care. And it's very, very risky. They just go and Google. They go to internet and they look at the condition they are going through. And after that, they prescribe drugs and they go over the counter. They buy drugs. And that one is very risky because it delays a treatment, because in fact, they may even go to an overdose because they are not professional health providers. So they don't need to really diagnose themselves. Now, another aspect with men, many of them indeed, when they talk about their diseases, they say they know their own bodies. They know how their systems work. They say that they are actually, if they go and they feel that they are not well, they are able to describe that system, and they are able to go over the counter, buy a drug. They would say, actually, when I feel like this, I normally go over the counter, I buy a drug, and I get better. So this is also wrong, because it can result to overdose and even death. So therefore, it is very important as a man that you seek health care, have a behavior of seeking health care from a profession or a professional. Let me also come to another point, that why so many men do not go seeking for health care is because of the notion of masculinity, whereby there are expectations of the society on how a man should behave. One, for example, in what you call hegemonic masculinity, it takes man to be so strong and a woman to be so weak, and therefore a man cannot get sick because sickness is a challenge to their strength, and therefore they cannot go seeking for health care because they are taken to be strong. So health care seeking behavior is for women. Not once I've heard many people say that some men don't go to hospital because it's like hospitals have been feminized, meaning that it belongs to women. It belongs to children. Otherwise, if they go to the hospital and they are men, then they are showing that they are weak. And therefore, they avoid going to seek for health care because they need to pose and say that I'm strong, I cannot be weak, and disease, is not part of masculinity. So therefore, man, if you are there, know that you can seek health care. Even when you are a man, you have a body, and it gets sick. Now, another thing that many men are doing today, what they are doing is to seek what we call alternative health care. Okay, whereas alternative healthcare is also working, whereby we can use herbs, but when you self-diagnose yourself and you start using, herbs, sometimes you may find yourself overdosing on that, and you may find yourself now going beyond what I may call beyond repair. Remember, I said these are very sensitive topics. So if I use terminologies that are not actually medical at all, I'm only looking at these issues, from a social point of view. I'm looking at them actually from the interactions that we have with men. Now, let me say also, there is an impediment. There's a reason why also men don't go for health care, seeking for health care. The reason being that even finances, an issue that is economic, that because there is no money, then men would not actually go looking for health care. But I want to tell you, your health is very important. If you are healthy, you are able to produce even more. If you are healthy, you are going to be wealthy. So you are healthy. Your health is very key as a man. So because the society needs you, your family needs you, and therefore seek for health that you may produce even more wealth. Another aspect that I've seen with men in terms of the healthcare seeking behavior is that men would find or actually look for healthcare for others. There is that otherness, whereby these men, what they do, they would actually think so much about their families, think so much about their wives and children on matters of health. And what they will do, they would rather spend a lot of money on the health of their family members rather than on themselves. And this family need them. So therefore, as a man, do not only actually look or seek for the health of your wife and the children, but also actually do go and seek for health care for your own self. So that we have seen men even having very good insurance, health insurances. But then, instead of also using it, they leave it for others. So as a man, please, you need to seek health care, and you remain healthy and even produce more. So my viewers, I want you to continue subscribing. I want you to continue sharing very, very widely, so that we may continue to actually help each other and teach one another, and especially on masculinity and health. Now let me turn to Jesus. Remember, from the beginning, in my earlier videos, I've talked about Jesus in relations actually to what we are talking about as a topic. Let me tell you that Jesus, I can say that he sought, for health care for all, not only some, but actually he came to the earth so that we may become healthy. John 10:10 actually talks about Jesus coming to the earth and why he came. He says the devil, he comes to steal. He calls him the thief. He comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So the devil comes to steal your health, but Jesus says that he came that you may have life and have it in abundance. Let me tell you that Jesus, wherever he went, he did good. Wherever he went and found sick people, he healed them. Those that were lepers, he healed them. Those that were lame, he made them walk. The deafs, he made them hear again. The blind could receive their sight. This is why Jesus came. He was looking, for people to be healthy, not only actually in their bodies, but also in their minds, and also in their relationships with others. And this is why today, if you are sick mentally, if you are sick physically, if you are sick socially, because you may not be having peace with other people, even your own family, I want to tell you that Jesus came that you may have that peace. He is the greatest healer. In fact, by his stripes, we receive our healing. And so many people came to him to receive healing. Many people came to him so that they could be healed even in their minds. And that's why even Matthew 11:28, it tells us that come to me, all of you that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Are you having a problem with your health? Are you having physical illness? Are you having spiritual illness? Are you having social illness? Then today, I want to tell you that Jesus came that you may have life and have it in abundance. He is one that is looking for you to be healthy. So as a man, let me tell you that seek for the spiritual health from Jesus. But the physical health, please go to hospital, go to professional health care givers, because let me tell you, we have what we call faith. We also have what we call reason. And faith and reason must go together. Why some people don't, or many men don't go to seek for health care is because they have their religious beliefs. Okay, it's okay to have religious beliefs. That is faith. It's very important. But you cannot have too much faith at the expense of reason. Reason here, I'm referring to science. So reason and faith must go together. Don't have too much faith at the expense of reason. Don't have too much reason at the expense of faith. These two must go together. So thank you very much. We'll meet in the next video where we shall be discussing another topic. So God bless you. God bless you.